Hello there, my name is Tamu. I'm here at the University of Victoria with a 30-minute restorative yoga for sciatica flow for you. I am glad to have you here. Let's get straight to it. We're going to start flat on our backs in Shavasana. So come on down to the ground. Be kind to yourself. Slowly make your way to a flat back position. Send the legs out long. And on an inhale, we're going to reach those fingertips up overhead, really finding a nice full body stretch. Reach, reach, reach. Maybe you rotate the wrists, rotate the ankles. One more deep breath here. And on an exhale, we're going to float the fingertips down beside us. Take a hot second here to just tune in, really arrive on your mat, become present, really feel the earth rise up to meet you, connecting with every part of you that is touching the mat. Maybe you close your eyes, taking nice deep breaths. Then we're going to take a deep breath in. And on an exhale, we're going to connect navel to spine and allow that to bring our lower back flush with the mat. So we're working to connect the lower back to the mat before we bend one knee and then the other, bringing the soles of the feet to the mat. So now we can really feel that connection. Core is engaged. Maybe you bring your hands to your belly, really feel the muscles of the core become engaged, really feel the lower back become nice and flush with the mat. Beautiful. Take an inhale in. And on an exhale, we'll lift one knee and then the other, hugging the knees into the chest. So maybe you rock side to side here. Maybe you peel the nose up to the knees. If your sciatica has really been bothering you these days, have been giving you grief, then really, be kind and gentle to yourself here. Move nice and slow. Then we're going to allow the knees to fall forward, holding on to the knees with our palms, and finding that sweet release in the lower back as the sacrum becomes completely flush with the mat now. So knees are reaching forward, gravity's helping them to fall forward. The lower back is completely flush with the mat, and you can feel that nice release there. You can even kick the knees, or the feet, I should say. Now you can stay here, or if it feels good, you can begin to make circles with the knees. First one way, nice big circles. And then you switch your direction, go the other way. You got this, moving nice and slow. Allowing the knees to rotate one direction and then the other. Wonderful. And then when you feel satisfied, we'll just gently allow the feet to come down to the mat. We're going to open the feet just wider than the hips. So feet are flush with the mat, open just wider than the hips. You can bring the hands to the belly, or you can open them out wide for stability, and then nothing fancy. We're just going to allow the knees to drop to the left. Inner rotation of the left, or the right thigh, I should say. That right knee is reaching down towards the bottom left corner of your mat. Stretching through the psoas, through the hip, the outer hip, the lower back. Keep the toes nice and flexed here. Protecting the knees. Take a deep breath in. Long exhale out. Relax the shoulders. On your next inhale, we'll come back through center, bringing those knees back up towards the heavens. Getting a nice booty massage here as we take it to the other side. Knees fall to the right. The left knee is now reaching down towards the bottom right corner of the mat. Keeping the toes nice and active. You might find that one side was easier or harder than the other. Keeping arms extended or on the belly, breathing nice and deep. You got this. Be gentle and kind with yourself. If you need to put a prop underneath the right thigh or a block in between the thighs, do what feels right to you. One more breath here. Exhale, bring it back through center. Lovely. Once again, we're going to bring the heels in line with the hips. Feet are planted on the floor, knees are lifted up towards the heavens. Then we're going to bring the palms to the mat. And inhale, lift the right foot up towards the heavens. Really reach up towards the sky with the sole of the right foot. Maybe you rotate the ankle one way and then the other. Breathing deep. Beautiful. Then nothing fancy. We're going to cross that right heel or ankle over the left thigh, finding a figure 4 position here. Now you can stay here. If this is opening the hip enough already, if this is enough of a challenge, then just stay here. Beautiful. If you'd like to take it a step further, launch off of those left toes, reach through the gap in your legs and interlace the fingertips around the left thigh and begin pulling that left thigh towards your face. Press into the right thigh with the right elbow. Left shin is parallel with the ceiling. Perhaps you rock side to side. Perhaps you find exquisite stillness. Maybe you lift nose towards knee. Give it a little bit more. One more breath here. Exhale, slowly lower the left foot to the mat. Unravel the right leg. Bring the right foot back towards the mat. And we find our supine position once again. Bring palms to the floor. And we inhale, reach the left foot up towards the heavens. That sole of the left foot is really reaching up, up, up. Perhaps we rotate the ankle one way and then the other. Engaging that navel to spine. Really concentrating on bringing the lower back flush with the mat. Then inhale in. And exhale, we'll cross the left ankle over the top of the right thigh. Once again, you can stay here. If this is enough and this feels good and in your hip, then just stay here. Or you can choose to take it a step further by launching off of the right toes, reaching the fingertips through, interlacing behind the right thigh, and pulling that right thigh towards the face. Press into the left thigh with the left elbow. Bring the right shin parallel with the ceiling. And hug that thigh in towards the face. Perhaps you rock side to side. Perhaps you find exquisite stillness. Inhale in here. Long exhale out. Beautiful. One more inhale in. Exhale, we slowly unravel, bringing the right foot back to the earth, untangling the legs, bringing the left foot down, and then nothing fancy. We're going to roll to one side, any side, and slowly push ourselves up to a seated position. Wonderful. Come to a cross-legged position. So Sukhasana. Sit up nice and tall. If you need to bring something underneath your hips to lift the hips up a little bit so that the knees can gravitate down towards the earth a bit more, then by all means do that. Perhaps you move the fleshy part of the buttocks aside. Bring palms to the knees or to the thighs. Sit up nice and tall. Lengthen through the crown. Lift from the sternum. Inhale in. Exhale, relax the shoulders away from the ears. Wonderful. On your next inhale, we'll reach those fingertips up towards the heavens. Really reach, reach, reach. And exhale, right hand comes to the left knee. We swim the left fingertips around behind. We sit up nice and tall, lifting from the pelvic floor. And we exhale to journey into a twist, looking past the left shoulder. No need to crank or force anything here. Be kind and gentle with your body, really lifting from the pelvic floor. Inhale for length. And exhale to twist. Once again, inhale for length. And exhale to twist. Beautiful. Inhale, reach those fingertips back up towards the heavens, coming back to center. And exhale, we take it to the other side. Left hand to the right knee. We swim the right fingertips around behind. And we sit up nice and tall, lifting from the pelvic floor. First, we're finding our length. And then on an exhale, we're journeying into our twist. Careful not to crank. Be gentle and kind with the body. Look past the right shoulder. Inhale for length. Exhale to twist. Inhale for length. And exhale to twist. Beautiful. Inhale, come back to center. And then we're going to, nice and slow, make our way to all fours. Find a tabletop position. Wrists underneath the shoulders. Knees directly underneath the hips. Beautiful. Hug navel to spine. Send the tailbone towards the back edge of the mat. Crown reaches forward. Neck is nice and long. Knees are right underneath the hips. Toes are pointing back. Then on an inhale, we'll drop the belly, shine the heart forward. Stay here for a breath. Perhaps you wag your tail. Feel that compression in the lower spine. Feel the skin of the front body stretch. Heart reaches forward. Crown is nice and long. Inhale in. Exhale, begin to curl at the tailbone, round it through. Crown drops towards the earth. Cat pose. Skin of the back body now stretches. We're really hugging navel to spine, pushing up out of the earth. Inhale to drop the belly, shine the heart forward. Exhale to round it through. Beautiful. One more time. Inhale to drop the belly, shine the heart forward. Exhale to round it through. Wonderful. Inhale, come back to a neutral spine. Find your grounding. Really ground down into the earth, spreading the fingertips nice and wide. And then we're going to lift the sole of the right foot up towards the heavens. Right knee is at a 90-degree angle. And then we're going to take that right knee in big counterclockwise circles. So nice and slow. We're working that right hip, building strength, lubricating the joint. Let's do 2 more on this side. Beautiful. When you're done, set that right knee down. Bring the knees together, send the hips back, paint a picture with your palms towards the back edge of the mat, and allow the forehead to come down towards the mat. Coming into child's pose. Allow the shoulders to roll forward. Really relax here. If you need to open the knees and come into extended child's pose, then by all means do so, reaching the fingertips out towards the front edge of the mat. Be where you are today. Take a couple deep breaths here. Then on your next inhale, we'll rise back up to an all fours position. Walking the knees back under the hips if you went into extended child's pose, making sure that the wrists are underneath the shoulders, knees are directly underneath the hips. Then we're going to send the sole of the left foot up towards the heavens. Left knee is at a 90-degree angle. Find your stability and then begin making circles with that left knee clockwise. Big, nice circles, taking it nice and slow. building strength, lubricating that joint. Working hard here, working on balance, working on strengthening, and also helping our sciatica issues. Take 2 more circles. Beautiful. Once you've completed, once again, bring the knees to touch, send the hips back, paint a line with your fingertips towards the back edge of the mat, and come down into your child's pose. Take a couple breaths here, breathing nice and deep. Beautiful. Then we'll rise back up, coming to an all fours position, curl the toes under, and send the hips up high and back to a downward facing dog. Right away, begin to pedal it out here, stretching through the backs of the legs, melting the heart towards the thighs, really pressing down through the fingertips to take pressure out of the wrists, rotate the elbow creases forward, allow the shoulders to relax away from the ears. Lots of integrity through the whole back body here. Lifting with the sits bones up towards the heavens. Wonderful. Then we're going to bend the knees generously. Belly comes to the tops of the thighs. We inhale to look forward. And we exhale to make our way to the top of the mat. So rolling through the fascia of the feet. We're taking baby steps. And then we arrive at the top of the mat. Feet hip width distance apart. And find our forward fold. You can bend the knees generously. You can clasp opposite elbows. This will feel really good on the lower back. Getting a nice stretch here. It also helps if you have really tight hamstrings not to try to force yourself into keeping the legs straight. Breathing nice and deep. Wonderful. When you're satisfied, release the elbows, bend the knees generously, drop the hips, and slowly begin to roll it up to mountain. Stand up nice and tall. Roll the shoulders back, shine the palms forward, lengthen down through the tailbone, lift from the sternum. Crown is nice and lengthened towards the sky. Perhaps you close your eyes for a second here, breathing nice and deep, finding your mountain pose. Feet are connected to the earth. Beautiful. Then we're going to bring palms together at the heart. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. Then with soft knees, we're going to bring the fingertips down to come up, reach towards the heavens. And you're going to clasp the left wrist with the right hand and swim the left toes around behind. So we're finding a half moon shape here. We're reaching the fingertips over towards the right. We're stretching through the left side body. Left toes are around behind us. Stretching it out, breathing deep, inhale in, and on an exhale, we'll come back through center, bringing those left toes back around to their place. We'll reach the fingertips up towards the heavens on an inhale, and exhale, we'll grab the right wrist with the left hand, swim the right toes around behind us, Stand up nice and tall. Reach those fingertips over towards the left side of the mat. Stretch through the right side body. Finding a half moon or a banana shape here. You're up on the right toes. Inhale in. Exhale, come back to center. Allow the fingertips to rain down. Palms to shine forward. Find your mountain pose. Beautiful. Now you can come into the center of your mat if you'd like. Bring the feet together, flush together, palms shine forward, rotate the shoulders back. Now really concentrate on finding your footing here. Ground down through the feet, feel the big toe mound and the pinky toe mound and the back two corners of your feet. Perhaps you lift the toes a little bit and then set them down one by one, starting at the pinky. Little yoga for the brain here. Really grounding down. Beautiful. Now transfer your weight to your left leg, and then we're going to begin to kick the right leg out to the side, flat foot. Then we're going to come back in and kick it out. You can bring the toes to the mat and slide the foot. We're just strengthening through the hip here, helping with that sciatic pain. In and out, breathing nice and deep, standing up nice and tall, lifting up out of that left hip. We're not crashing into it. A couple more times. Beautiful. Come back to center. And we'll take it to the other side. Begin to transfer your weight to your right foot. Wonderful. And then we'll send the left foot out. Maybe the left toes on the ground, maybe flat foot. Be where you are today. And then begin to come in and out. Strengthening through those hips, lifting up through the right hip. Nice and strong. You've got this. In and out, a couple more times. And then come back to center. Beautifully done. Inhale, reach up towards the heavens. Exhale, hands to heart. Then we'll come back to the top edge of our mat. Bring the feet flush together or hip width apart, yogi's choice. Then we'll, with soft knees, inhale, reach the fingertips up towards the heavens. Really reach, reach, reach. Exhale, slice it down the midline. Find your forward fold. Bend the knees generously. Find your fold here. Keep those knees nice and bent generously. We're working not to strain the lower back. Then we're going to bring the fingertips to the mat. And nothing fancy, we're going to step the left toes back. Lower the left knee. Find a low lunge. Front knee is stacked over front ankle. You can stay up on the toes, or you can come onto a flat foot with that left foot. Find whatever works best for you in terms of stability. Reach the chest forward, shining the sternum forward. Crown is nice and long. Hug everything into the midline. You got this. Then we're slowly going to rise up, bringing the palms interlaced to the top of the right thigh. So working hard here, squeezing everything into the midline. You got this. Sitting up nice and tall, lengthening the tailbone down, really reaching with the crown. Now you can stay here, or you can bring palms together, and then we're going to reach up and then bring the outside of the left arm to the outside of the right leg, finding a twist. Working to bring the sternum towards the thumbs, wringing it out here. Press into the right foot, press into the top of the back foot. Working hard here. Inhale in, exhale out. Beautiful. On your next inhale, we'll come back through center, bringing the palms to the top of the right thigh. One more breath here. And exhale, we'll bring the fingertips back to the mat. Curl the back toes under, lift the back knee, and then we're going to bend that back knee and step the left foot up to meet the right, finding ourselves once again in our forward fold. Bending those knees generously, opening through the lower back body, being kind to ourselves. Then we're going to step the right toes back, just the right toes. Find our low lunge, lower the back knee, front knee over front ankle. Once again, hugging everything into the midline. Come onto the top of that right foot. Beautiful. Heart shines forward. Crown is lengthening towards the sky. Inhale in. And on an exhale, we'll rise up, bringing the palms interlaced to the top of the left thigh. So if you need to be up on your toes, your right toes to protect your knee. By all means, be there. You got this. Listen to your body. Now you can stay here, or you can bring palms together at the heart. Inhale in. And on an exhale, we'll bring the outside of the right arm to the outside of the left leg and find our twist on this side. So relaxing the shoulders away from the ears, crown is lengthened nice and long. We're working to bring the sternum towards the thumbs. Inhale in here. And exhale out. One more inhale in. And exhale, we'll come back through center. Bring the palms to the mat. Lift the back knee. Plant those palms and we'll step the left toes back to a plank. Gently lower the knees to the mat. Swing the legs to one side, any side. Come to a seat. Send the legs out long. And we'll slowly make our way down to a flat back position. Reach the fingertips up overhead. Once again, really reach, reach, reach. And exhale, rain them down to your sides. One more time. Take a deep breath in. And on an exhale, hug the navel to the spine, bringing the lower back flat to the mat. Bend one knee and then the other. Allowing the feet to come flush to the mat. And really feeling that connection of the sacrum connecting to the earth. Then we're going to launch off the toes, bringing the knees in towards the chest, reach the fingertips in between the knees, and grab the outside of the feet. If you have really tight hamstrings, you might need to keep the knees bent. In order to do this, you can also grab the shins, you can grab the big toes. Be where you're at today. You can also send those soles of those feet up towards the heavens, allowing the thighs to rest against your torso. Stretching through the hamstrings, really feeling the tailbone reaching towards the top edge of your mat. Breathing nice and deep. Beautiful. Perhaps you find some organic movement here, rocking side to side. Maybe you find exquisite stillness. One more breath here. And on an exhale, we'll slowly lower those feet back down to the mat. And we'll open the feet just wider than the hips. So the feet are planted on the mat, knees are lifted up towards the heavens. Keep the hands on the belly. And once again, we're just going to drop the knees to the left. A quick breath here. Exhale out. On an inhale, we'll come back through center, taking it to the other side. And exhale, dropping those knees over towards the right. Then we'll come back through center. Walk the feet back in line with the hips. And then we're just going to lift the sole of the right foot up towards the heavens and grab the right shin. So you're really feeling the connection of the lower back on the mat here, stretching through the hamstring. The knee can be as bent as you need. You can also grab the big toe, just pulling that leg towards your face, the knee towards the face. Maybe you rotate the ankle one way and then the other. Oh, maybe you hear your ankle snap, crackle, pop like mine just did. Breathing deep. And on an exhale, we'll set that right foot down. Nicely done. Taking it to the other side, we'll lift the left foot up towards the heavens and grab the left shin. Inhale in here. Exhale, pull that left leg towards the face. You can grab the shin. You can grab the toe. You can bend the knee as much as you need. Breathing nice and deep. Beautiful. One more breath here. And on an exhale, we'll set that foot back down onto the earth. Now we're just going to open the feet as wide as the yoga mat and allow the knees to fall into center. You should be able to completely relax the lower body here and allow the sacrum to be connected completely to the mat. Open the palms wide beside you. Allow the shoulders to roll away from the ears. Take a deep breath in. And on an exhale, relax everything into the mat. Close your eyes. Let go of your to-do list. Let go of the practice. Allow your heart to relax, your hips to relax, your shoulders to relax. Stay here for as long as you need. Allow the nutrients of your practice to seep into your body. And remember, be kind and gentle with yourself. Thank you for joining me for this practice. Namaste.